Lily had always loved her family's old house. It was filled with hidden corners and mysterious rooms just waiting to be explored. She often spent hours in the attic, pretending it was a spaceship or a castle. For her lost cat Whiskers, she noticed something strange. A small door, almost hidden behind a pile of dusty boxes, caught her eye. Curious, she approached it, her heart racing with excitement. She brushed aside the cobwebs and gently pulled the door open. A narrow staircase led up into darkness. Lily hesitated for a moment, but her curiosity pushed her forward. She climbed the stairs, each step creaking beneath her weight. When she reached the top, she found herself in a small, dimly lit room. The air was filled with a faint hum, and the walls were lined with strange, glowing objects that looked like they belonged. In a science fiction movie, in the center of the room, Lily spotted something even more astonishing. A tiny figure, no taller than her knee, stood amongst the odd gadgets. The creature had large, expressive eyes and skin that shimmered like the night sky. Lily gasped, realizing she was looking at an alien. The alien seemed startled and took a small step back, raising its hands in a peaceful gesture. "Don't be afraid," Lily said softly, trying to show she meant no harm. The alien blinked, its eyes wide with surprise. "I'm Lily. What's your name?" The alien hesitated for a moment before speaking in a soft, melodic voice. "I am Zeke. I come from the planet Zilara. My ship crashed, and I need help to fix it." Lily's heart raced with excitement. An alien. She had never imagined she would meet one, let alone one who needed her help. "I can help you. What do you need?" she asked eagerly. Zeke looked around the room, then pointed to a pile of strange tools. "I need parts for my ship, but it is too damaged. I will need materials from your world to fix it." Lily nodded, determined to help her new friend. "Let's work together. I know where we can find things you might need." As they began to gather materials, Lily learned more about Zeke and his home planet. Zilara was filled with colorful landscapes and advanced technology. Zeke described floating cities and creatures that glowed in the dark. Lily listened with wide eyes, imagining the wonders of another world. In return, she shared stories about her life on Earth, her favorite foods, school, and her dreams of adventure. Days turned into weeks as Lily and Zeke worked side by side in the attic. They became close friends, sharing laughter and stories. Zeke taught Lily how to use some of his gadgets, and she showed him how to make a delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The attic transformed into their secret hideout, filled with the sounds of their friendship. However, Lily knew she had to keep Zeke a secret from her family. She worried what her parents would think if they knew she was friends with an alien. She made excuses to avoid her mother's questions about her frequent visits to the attic. "I'm just organizing," she would say, hoping to keep Zeke safe. One day, while searching for more supplies in the garage, Lily overheard her parents talking. They were discussing strange noises coming from the attic and how they had heard stories about unusual occurrences in the neighborhood. Lily's heart raced. What if someone found out about Zeke? She knew they had to be careful. As she returned to the attic, she found Zeke looking worried. "What is wrong?" he asked, sensing her unease. Lily sighed. "My parents are starting to notice strange things. You have to be more careful. I don't want you to get caught." Zeke nodded, understanding the seriousness of the situation. "Will do my best to stay hidden," he promised. "But I need to fix my ship soon. The longer I stay here, the more danger we face." Determined to help, Lily felt a mix of excitement and fear. They had formed a bond like no other, and she couldn't imagine losing her friend. Together, they set to work, focused on gathering everything they needed. With each passing day, their friendship grew stronger, but so did the challenges they faced. Little did they know, their adventures were only just beginning, and the world outside was about to change forever. Lily and Zeke had become the best of friends, spending every moment they could together in the attic. As they worked on fixing Zeke's ship, they shared countless stories and laughs. Lily loved hearing about Zeke's home planet Zilara, with its colorful skies and floating cities. She often imagined what it would be like to visit, to see the wonders he described. One sunny afternoon, while taking a break from their work, Zeke asked, "Lily, What do you like to do for fun? He was curious about Earth and wanted to know more about her life. Lily thought for a moment. I love exploring. I enjoy riding my bike, climbing trees, and reading adventure books. I dream of going on real adventures someday. Her eyes sparkled. With excitement as she spoke, Zeke nodded, his large eyes shimmering. On Zilara, we explore the skies. We ride on the backs of creatures that fly like birds but are much bigger. I wish you could see it. I wish I could too, Lily replied. Maybe one day we can go to Zilara together. As they resumed working on the ship, Lily noticed something unusual. A small object that Zeke had been using suddenly started to glow brighter than before. What's that? She asked, pointing at the glowing device. This is a power converter, Zeke explained. It helps to generate energy for my ship. I think we might need more parts to make it work properly. I can help you find more, Lily said eagerly. Let's go on an adventure to gather what you need. They decided to sneak out of the house and explore the neighborhood. After making sure Lily's parents were busy, they climbed down from the attic and out into the backyard. The sun was shining and the air was fresh. Lily felt a thrill of excitement as they walked down the street together. Their first stop was an old junkyard nearby. It was a treasure trove of discarded items that people no longer wanted. As they entered, the sounds of rustling metal and chirping birds filled the air. We can find something useful here, Lily said, her eyes scanning the piles of junk. Zeke looked around, his eyes wide with wonder. So many strange objects. We can use this. He pointed at a broken radio. It has parts we can repurpose. Great idea, Lily agreed. Together, they began to search through the piles, carefully picking out items that could help Zeke fix his ship. They found old wires, metal scraps, and even a few batteries that still had some charge left. After collecting a good amount of supplies, they decided to head back home. As they walked, Lily felt a sense of accomplishment. They had worked together as a team, and it was exciting to help her friend. Once back in the attic, they dumped their haul onto the floor and began sorting through everything. Zeke's eyes sparkled with excitement as he examined each item. These will work perfectly. You are very resourceful, Lily. Lily smiled at the compliment. I just want to help you get back home. As they continued their work, they began to hear strange noises outside. The sounds of shouting and footsteps grew louder. Lily's heart raced. What is that? She whispered, her eyes wide with fear. Zeke listened carefully, his expression turning serious. It might be the humans. They are searching for me. Lily felt a wave of panic. We have to hide. Quick. They quickly pushed the supplies aside and ducked behind some boxes, hoping to remain unseen. Through a small crack in the attic wall, they could see a group of people searching the yard. Lily recognized them as neighbors and a few local authorities. They must think there's something strange going on, she whispered. What if they find you? Zeke looked worried, but remained calm. I will use my invisibility device, but it only lasts for a short time. You need to distract them. Okay, I can do that, Lily replied, taking a deep breath to steady herself. Her mind raced with ideas. She knew she had to act fast. She waited for a moment when the group was distracted, then jumped out from behind the boxes and shouted, Hey, over here! Will we turned in surprise, and Lily ran toward the other side of the attic, creating a diversion. She glanced back to see Zeke activating his device, causing him to disappear from view. The neighbors followed her, curious about what was happening. As they chased her, Lily felt a mix of fear and excitement. She darted around the attic, leading them on a wild chase while keeping her friends safe. After a few minutes, the group finally lost interest and left the house, muttering about strange noises. Lily breathed a sigh of relief, feeling both exhilarated and exhausted. When she returned to the attic, Zeke reappeared, his face filled with gratitude. "You were very brave, Lily. Thank you for protecting me." Lily smiled, feeling proud. "We're a team. I'll always have your back." As they continued to work on the ship, they knew that their friendship was stronger than ever, and they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Lily and Zeke had become experts at working together in the attic. With each passing day, they learned more about each other's worlds. Zeke shared more stories about Zilata, and Lily taught him about Earth. Their friendship grew stronger as they spent time discovering new things together. One afternoon, while they were sorting through the supplies they had gathered, Zeke turned to Lily with a serious expression. "I need to tell you something important," he said, his voice low. "The longer I stay here, the more danger I put you in. The humans are getting closer to discovering me." Lily felt a chill run down her spine. She had been worried about that too, "but I don't want you to leave." "We can figure something out," she replied, her eyes wide with concern. Zeke sighed, looking down at the floor. "I have to fix my ship and leave as soon as possible. My people need me. There is a war happening on Zalara, and I must return to help them." Lily's heart sank. "I understand, but I can't just let you go without doing everything I can to help." She paused, thinking hard. "What if we can find the last parts you need? Maybe we can make a final push to get your ship ready before they find you." Zeke looked up, his eyes brightening with hope. "That could work. If we can gather the power source and repair the ship's engine, I might be able to leave quickly." "Let's do it," Lily exclaimed, feeling a surge of determination. "We can search the neighborhood again. Maybe there's something in the old factory near the edge of town." The factory had been abandoned for years and was rumored to be filled with forgotten treasures. It was also a bit scary, but Lily felt brave with Zeke by her side. They decided to go at dusk, when it would be quieter and less likely for anyone to notice them. As the sun began to set, they made their way to the old factory. The air was cool, and the shadows grew longer. Lily felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. "Are you ready?" she asked Zeke. "Yes," he replied, adjusting his small backpack that held his tools. "Let's find the parts we need." Approached the factory, and the massive doors creaked open with a loud noise. Inside, the place was dark and filled with old machinery. Broken windows let in slivers of light, creating an eerie atmosphere. Lily shivered but pushed her fears aside. "Stay close," she whispered, leading the way. As they stepped inside, they could hear the sound of their footsteps echoing in the empty space. Lily spotted an old control panel in the corner, covered in dust. "Let's check that out," she said, hurrying over. Zeke followed closely, his eyes scanning the area for anything useful. As they examined the panel, Zeke noticed some wires that looked promising. "These might have the power source I need," he said, carefully pulling at the wires. Suddenly, they heard a loud crash from deeper inside the factory. Lily jumped, her heart racing. "What was that?" she gasped. "I don't know," Zeke replied, his voice tense. "We should be careful." He moved cautiously toward the sound, peering around corners and staying quiet. As they approached a large room, they peeked inside and saw a group of teenagers exploring the factory. Laughing and taking pictures, "They look like they're just having fun," Lily said, relieved. "But we should avoid them. We don't want to get caught." "Agreed," Zeke said. "Let's find what we need and get out of here." They continued searching, moving past the teens and into another section of the factory. There they found a pile of old machine parts. Lily's eyes widened with excitement. "Look at all this stuff. We might find what you need here." Zeke rushed over, examining the pieces. "Yes, this is perfect. I can use these to fix my ship." He began to work quickly, gathering the parts while Lily kept watch, as Zeke worked. Lily couldn't shake the feeling of unease. The teenagers were getting louder, and she worried they might stumble upon them. "Hurry, Zeke," she urged, glancing toward the entrance. Just then, one of the teens shouted, "Did you hear that? I think someone's in here." Lily's heart raced. We need to go now, she said urgently. Zeke nodded, grabbing the last of the parts, and following her, they dashed back toward the entrance, their footsteps echoing in the empty factory. As they reached the door, they heard the teens coming closer. "Run!" Lily shouted. With the adrenaline pumping through their veins, they burst out of the factory and into the cool night air. They didn't stop running until they reached the safety of the trees nearby, panting and laughing at their narrow escape. "That was close," Zeke said, his eyes wide with excitement. Lily grinned, filled with exhilaration. "We did it. And you got the parts you need." "Yes, thank you, Lily," Zeke said, beaming.
"Now we can finish fixing my ship."
As they made their way back home, Lily felt a sense of accomplishment. Their adventure had brought them even closer together, and she knew they could face any challenge as a team. Lily and Zeke returned to the attic, their hearts still racing from their narrow escape. The thrill of adventure filled the air as they dumped the collection of parts onto the floor. Zeke quickly began to sort through the items, his eyes shining. "With determination, we have almost everything we need to fix the ship," he exclaimed, examining the parts they had retrieved from the factory. "With these new components, we can finally power the engine." Lily smiled, feeling a rush of excitement. "That's amazing. Let's get started right away." They dove into their work, sharing ideas and laughter as they focused on the project as they worked. The atmosphere in the attic shifted, the cozy. Space felt filled with hope and possibility. Zeke explained how each part worked, sharing details about the technology of his home planet. He showed Lily how to connect the wires, teaching her about energy flow and circuits. Lily listened intently. Fascinated by the alien technology, their teamwork transformed the attic into a workshop buzzing with energy. Lily carefully helped Zeke assemble the pieces, and for the first time, she felt like she was part of something big. The thought of Zeke leaving soon made her heart ache, but she pushed those feelings aside, focusing on the task at hand. As night fell, they continued to work. Suddenly, they heard a noise outside the attic door. It was a soft knock, followed by the sound of footsteps. Lily's heart sank. "What if it's my parents?" she whispered, glancing at Zeke. "I think they might be looking for you," Zeke replied, looking worried. "If they find me here, I could be in serious trouble." Lily took a deep breath, trying to think quickly. "We need to hide you." She looked around the attic and noticed a large trunk in the corner. "Get in there, it's big enough to keep you out of sight." Zeke nodded, and without wasting any time, he climbed into the trunk. Lily quickly closed the lid, leaving a small crack for him to breathe. She could hear her mother calling her name from downstairs. "Lily, where are you?" Her mother's voice echoed through the house. Lily's heart raced as she tried to sound casual. "I'm just organizing my stuff in the attic," she called back, hoping her voice didn't give away her nerves. Her mother climbed the stairs and opened the attic door. "I just wanted to check on you. Are you okay?" "Yes, Mom, I'm fine," Lily replied, forcing a smile. She felt a sense of guilt for hiding Zeke, but she knew it was necessary to keep him safe. Her mother walked in and looked around. "It's a bit messy up here," she said, glancing at the scattered tools and parts. "You should clean this up." "I will, I promise," Lily said, trying to sound convincing. "I'm just working on a project for school." Her mother raised an eyebrow but nodded. "Okay, just be careful. I'll be downstairs if you need anything." With that, she turned and left, closing the door behind her. Lily let out a sigh of relief. It was close. She whispered, walking over to the trunk. "You can come out now, Zeke." He climbed out of the trunk, looking relieved. "Thank you for hiding me. I don't know what I would do if they found me." "I just want to keep you safe," Lily said, feeling proud of their friendship. "Now, let's get back to work." They resumed their project, and the hours flew by as they focused on assembling the ship. With each piece they connected, Lily felt a growing sense of accomplishment. They were getting closer to completing the ship, and she couldn't help but feel excited about Zeke's return to Xyla, or Ra, as they worked. Zeke explained more about his planet's history and the challenges his people faced. "Our planet is beautiful, but we are in danger," he said, his voice serious. "The war with the Kralaxians has caused chaos, and I must help my people find peace." Lily listened intently, feeling a mix of emotions. I wish I could help you, she said softly. You're my friend, and I want to support you. Zeke smiled, touched by her words. You already are helping me by being here. Your friendship gives me strength. As dawn approached, they completed the final connections. Zeke stepped back, his eyes shining with excitement. It's done. The ship is ready. Lily couldn't believe it. Really? We did it. She jumped up, filled with joy. Zeke activated the ship's systems, and a soft hum filled the attic. Lights flickered on, and the room glowed with a warm, inviting light. Works, Zeke said, grinning from ear to ear. Lily felt a wave of pride wash over her. They had accomplished something incredible together. But as she looked at the glowing ship, a bittersweet feeling crept into her heart. She knew the time was coming for Zeke to leave. Thank you, Lily, Zeke said, his voice filled with gratitude. You have given me hope and friendship when I needed it most. Lily smiled, but tears filled her eyes. I'm going to miss you, Zeke. You're not just a friend. You're like family to me. Zeke nodded, understanding her feelings. And you will always be part of my story. I will never forget you. As the sun began to rise, painting the sky with colors of hope, Lily and Zeke stood together, ready to face whatever lay ahead. They knew their journey was far from over, and their bond would always shine brightly, no matter the distance between them. The morning light streamed into the attic, illuminating the newly repaired ship. Lily and Zeke stood side by side, a mix of excitement and sadness filling the air. They had worked so hard to get to this moment, and now it was time for Zeke to return to his home planet, Zalara. Are you ready? Zeke asked, his voice steady, but his eyes betraying a hint of nervousness. Lily took a deep breath, trying to hold back her emotions. I think so, she replied, but I wish you didn't have to go. Zeke nodded, understanding her feelings. I wish I could stay too, but my people need me. The war with the Krylaxians is getting worse, and I have to help them. But Lily felt a lump in her throat. She had imagined this moment so many times, but now that it was here, it was harder than she expected. I don't want to lose you, she admitted, feeling tears welling up in her eyes. You won't lose me, Zeke said softly. We will always be friends, no matter the distance. And I promise to come back to visit you one day. Lily smiled. Through her tears, feeling comforted by his words. Okay, I believe you. With determination, Zeke began to power up the ship. The humming sound filled the attic, and the lights flickered brightly. He said, focusing on the controls. I don't want anything to go wrong. Of course, Lily replied, stepping back and watching with pride. She had been a part of this journey. Now she would witness the beginning of Zeke's new adventure as Zeke worked. He glanced back at Lily. Thank you for everything, he said. You helped me more than you know. I couldn't have done this without you. Lily felt a warm glow in her heart. You would have figured it out. You're amazing, Zeke. Yeah. The ship began to shake gently as it prepared for takeoff. Zeke took a deep breath, his hands steady on the controls. Here we go, he said, his voice filled with determination. With a final press of a button, the ship's engines roared to life. A bright light filled the attic, surrounding them in a warm glow. Lily shielded her eyes, watching in awe as the ship began to lift off the ground. Goodbye, Lily. No. Zeke shouted over the noise, his voice filled with both excitement and sadness. Goodbye. Zeke, I'll miss you, Lily yelled back, tears streaming down her cheeks. The ship rose higher and higher, and just as quickly it shot out of the attic, piercing through the roof and into the sky. Lily stood there watching as her friend disappeared into the clouds, feeling both proud and heartbroken. As the sound of the engines faded, Lily felt a sense of emptiness wash over her. She had been so caught up in their adventure, and now it felt strange to be alone again. But she knew she had to keep her spirits high. She had promised to support Zeke, and she would find a way to do that from Earth. Days turned into weeks, and life returned to a new normal for Lily. She often found herself looking up at the sky, hoping to catch a glimpse of Zeke's ship. She had made a scrapbook filled with pictures and notes about their adventures, a way to keep their memories alive. One evening, while she was sitting in her room, Lily heard a faint beeping sound coming from the trunk that Zeke had used to hide in. Curiosity piqued, she rushed over to open it. Inside, she found a small device that Zeke had left behind to communicate her. It was a simple gadget that looked like a small box with buttons and a glowing screen. "What is this?" she wondered aloud, picking it up. She pressed one of the buttons, and to her surprise, the screen lit up with a familiar image of Zeke's face. "Lily," his voice came through, sounding happy and excited. "Can you hear me?" Lily's heart raced with joy. "Zeke, I can hear you. Is everything okay?" "Yes, everything is great. I made it back to Zilara, and my people are safe," he said, his eyes shining with happiness. "The repairs worked perfectly, and I was able to join the fight against the Chronicles." "I'm so glad," Lily replied, feeling relieved. "I've missed you so much. I've missed you too. I wish you could see Zilara. It's beautiful. And everyone is grateful for your help." "I wouldn't be here without you," Zeke said earnestly. Lily felt a rush of pride. "I'm just glad you're safe. What can I do to help?" Zeke smiled. "Just keep being you. Your friendship means the world to me. I will always need your support." With that, they chatted for a while longer, sharing stories and laughter, bridging the distance between their worlds. As the night went on, Lily felt a renewed sense of hope. She knew their friendship could withstand any distance, and she would always be there for Zeke, no matter where the universe took them. Lily sat on her bed, the communicator glowing softly beside her. After her conversation with Zeke, she felt a wave of relief and happiness. It was comforting to know that he was safe on Zilara and that their friendship remained strong, even across galaxies. But as the days passed, she realized the war on his planet was far from over. She wished there was more she could do to help. One evening, while studying for school, Lily's mind wandered back to the stories Zeke had shared about the Chronicles. They were a fierce race, known for their advanced technology and ruthless tactics. The thought of her friend facing such danger made her heart ache. She wanted to support him more than just with words. That night, as she lay in bed, an idea began to form in her mind. What if I could help from here? She mused to herself. Maybe there's something I can do to aid the fight against the Chronicles. The next day, Lily dove into research. She spent hours at the library reading about space, technology, and even intergalactic diplomacy. She discovered that knowledge could be powerful, and if she could learn more about the Chronicles, she might be able to help Zeke and his people in some way. Lily also reached out to her science teacher, Mr. Thompson, who had always encouraged her curiosity. After class, she approached him. "Mr. Thompson, can I talk to you about something important?" "Of course, Lily, what's on your mind?" he asked, giving her his full attention. "I've been learning about space and aliens. I want to help my friend who is fighting." "A war on another planet," she explained, her voice filled with enthusiasm. "I'd like to organize a project to raise awareness about the importance of peace and cooperation, even in the farthest corners of the universe." Mr. Thompson's eyes lit up with interest. "That sounds like a fantastic idea. How can I help you?" "I was thinking we could create a presentation for the school about alien cultures and the importance of understanding each other. We could even have a fundraiser to support a charity that promotes peace," Lily suggested. "I love it. Let's get started right away," Mr. Thompson replied, excited about the project. He helped Lily gather resources and connect her with other students who might want to get involved. As word spread about the project, more and more students showed interest. Lily felt a surge of energy as her classmates joined her efforts. They spent hours brainstorming ideas, creating posters, and planning events. Lily realized that she wasn't just raising awareness, but also bringing people together, just like she and Zeke had done. After weeks of hard work, they set a date for the presentation. The school auditorium was filled with students, teachers, and parents eager to learn about the importance of peace and understanding. Lily stood on stage, her heart racing with excitement. "Welcome, everyone," she began, her voice steady and confident. "Today, we're here to learn about the different cultures in our universe and how we can promote peace among them. I want to share my friend Zeke's story, an alien from the planet Zilara who is fighting against the Chronicles." As she spoke, she showcased pictures of Zilara and shared the challenges Zeke faced. Her classmates listened intently, captivated by her passion and the vivid images of another world. Lily's presentation emphasized the importance of empathy and understanding. Even though we are different, we all share the same hopes and dreams for peace, she concluded. Let's work together to support those who are fighting for a better future, no matter where they are in the universe. The audience erupted in applause, and Lily felt a swell of pride. She had turned her worries into action, and she knew Zeke would be proud of her efforts. After the presentation, they held a fundraiser, selling baked goods and crafts to raise money for a charity that supported peace initiatives. The event was a huge success, and the students raised more money than they had anticipated. That night, Lily excitedly used the communicator to contact Zeke. "Zeke, you won't believe what we did," she said when his face appeared on the screen. "What happened?" he asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. "I organized a school project to raise awareness about peace and understanding. We even held a fundraiser, and we raised a lot of money for a charity that supports communities in conflict," Lily exclaimed. Zeke's face lit up with joy. "That's incredible, Lily. You're truly amazing. Your efforts will help so many people. I'm proud to call you my friend." Lily beamed with happiness. "I just want to do my part to help you and your people. I know you're facing a tough battle, and I want you to know you're not alone. Thank you, Lily. Your support means the world to me and my people. Together, we can make a difference," Zeke replied, his voice filled with hope. As they continued to talk, Lily felt a renewed sense of purpose. She may have been on Earth, but she was making an impact in ways she never thought possible. Friendship had inspired not just her, but her entire school. No matter the distance, they were united in their fight for peace. Weeks passed, and Lily continued her efforts to support Zeke and his people from Earth. The school project had been a tremendous success. It sparked a sense of community among her classmates. They were all inspired to make a difference, and Lily felt proud of what they had achieved together. However, she also knew that the war on Zillara was still ongoing. She wanted to keep Zeke updated on their progress. One evening, after finishing her homework, Lily decided to reach out to Zeke. She turned on the communicator, her heart racing with anticipation. When his face appeared on the screen, she couldn't help but smile. "Zeke, I have so much to tell you," she exclaimed. "Lily, it's great to see you. What's been happening?" Zeke replied, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. Lily took a deep breath, excited to share all the news. "We raised a lot of money for the peace charity. The project really brought everyone together. We even had a community celebration where people shared stories about peace and friendship." "That's amazing," Zeke cheered, clapping his hands. "Your efforts will help more than you realize. My people are inspired by your kindness." Lily blushed at the compliment. "I just wanted to do something to help you and everyone on Zillara. I know the war is tough, and I want you to succeed." Zeke nodded, his expression turning serious. "The situation is challenging. Chronicles are relentless, but we are fighting back. Your support gives us hope." Lily's heart ached for her friend. "I wish there was something more I could do. I feel so far away." "Distance does not diminish our bond," Zeke said gently. "Your friendship means everything to me. Even from Earth, you are making a difference." As they talked, Lily felt a sudden surge of inspiration. What if we could do something bigger? What if we could unite more people to support peace? Zeke's eyes brightened. "I love that idea. If we can gather more support from different planets and races, we can show the Chronicles that we stand together." With that, Lily and Zeke began brainstorming ways to spread the message of peace beyond just their school. They decided to create a digital campaign using video messages, artwork, and stories from different cultures to promote understanding and cooperation. Lily rallied her classmates, and they all worked hard to create engaging content. They made videos showcasing their own cultures, sharing their dreams for a peaceful future. They invited people from the community to contribute their stories, creating a tapestry of hope that crossed borders. As they gathered materials for the campaign, Lily also reached out to local news stations, hoping to gain more attention for their cause. To her surprise, the media showed interest, and soon they were featured in a local news segment about youth activism. "Lily, you're incredible," Zeke said during one of their conversations. You are making waves on Earth. I can feel the energy of your efforts from here. Lily smiled, feeling motivated. We're all in this together. I want to show everyone that we can make a difference no matter where we are. The campaign quickly gained momentum, and people began sharing their messages of peace across social media. Messages from Earth reached Zilara, and Zeke shared them with his people. Support gave everyone a renewed sense of hope. However, as the campaign grew, so did the challenges. The Kralaxians intensified their attacks, trying to silence those who spoke out against them. Zeke's updates became more urgent, and Lily felt a heavy weight in her heart. One day, Zeke called her with a serious expression. Lily, things are getting worse. The Kralaxians are trying to stop our efforts, and they are threatening our communication. Lily's stomach dropped. What can we do? We have to find a way to help you. Stay strong and keep spreading the message. Your voices are powerful, Zeke urged. If we can inspire enough people, we can create a movement that cannot be ignored. With determination in her heart, Lily rallied her classmates and community once more. They organized a peace rally in their town, inviting everyone to come together to show their support for Zilara and the fight against the Kralaxians. The day of the rally arrived. The atmosphere was electric. People of all ages gathered, holding signs that read messages of peace and unity. Lily stood at the front, her heart racing with hope. Today we stand together for our friends on Zilara, she began, her voice strong and clear. We are all part of a greater community, and together we can create change. As she spoke, she saw the faces of her friends and neighbors, united in their desire for peace. The rally was a success, drawing attention from local news and even organizations that promoted peace worldwide. That night, Lily used the communicator to reach out to Zeke. We did it. The rally was amazing. People really came together to support you and your planet. I am so proud of you, Lily. You are a true hero, Zeke said, his voice filled with gratitude. Your actions are sending ripples across the universe. Together, we will overcome this darkness. As they talked, Lily felt a deep sense of connection. They were not just friends but allies in a fight for a better future. No matter the distance, they were united by their shared hope for peace. With every effort they made, they knew they were building a bridge between their worlds, one that could withstand any challenge. And as they looked toward the stars, they felt the promise of a brighter tomorrow waiting just beyond the horizon.